Thank you, David. So cool to see that. It is time for Home Depot Debbie and her Sunday segments, which we know always attract a lot of viewers. I was just at Home Depot yesterday doing some house things, and you're talking about easy switches. Maybe, you know, that handle that you've had on that door for decades, and you're like, it's time to maybe modernize it a little bit.
That looks like this.
Yes.
You know, that's old school, you know, the brass gold, and, you know, it comes in many different versions. Now, we still have these available in case one of your doorknobs break and you just want to replace one and not the whole house, because we know it can get costly.
Definitely.
Another thing you can do is just replace one at a time until you have them all done. That's a good way to manage a large project. So when you're looking at doorknobs or handles, you want to look at how many you need and what rooms they're for, because they're color coded as far as hall and closet. Then you have bed and bath, which has a little, you know, the straight key, and then an entry, which has an actual key. So green, blue, and red, and you want to count up how many hall closets you have, how many bedrooms you have, bathrooms, and entry and garage door kind of locks. So once you determine that, you can make a list of how many you need of each, and then you come and see what's available. Now, again, we talked about what's old, and this is antique brass also. That's, you know, we're taking those out, right? But we do still have them if you want them. And what's new is, you know, the most popular finish is brushed nickel. You can call it stainless steel, brushed nickel, pewter, and that's this color right here, and you can see it here. Now, this handle is a very modern square base with a very modern sleek handle. Now, if you have a lot of kids, levers might not be what you want, or animals that can jump up and move the handle. So a knob might be better for those that are accessible to those kids and dogs and such that can move a handle. But handles are what's really popular right now in terms of looks and style. So brushed nickel. Then what's really popular is matte black.
I like that look.
Matte black
in a lot of homes
beautiful.
now.
And you can see the difference between these handles. This one is thick on the front. This one is thick. Whoops, on the side. So you have the different thickness. This one's on the front and this one's on the side. So you determine what style works best for you. Now, this is a new finish. This is brushed gold, some type of champagne, if you will. Different companies, it's a little bit different, but the brushed gold is really big right now in doorknobs, light fixtures, faucets, and cabinet hardware as well.
Okay, Debbie, I think David's going to take something because we're watching that Osiris Rex. David, I know that you're tracking it right now. It looks like it's touching down. Welcome back, everybody. We've got Home Depot Debbie here in the 7 o'clock hour. You started.
Yep.
Then we had Osiris Rex land, so things changed.
You know, if I had a nickel for every time I got interrupted by an asteroid-carrying spacecraft, listen.
But now we're back, and we're talking about kind of updating, kind of modernizing, if you want to, those, you know, handles and doorknobs all over the house.
Yeah, we talked about earlier the different styles. You know, we've got the, you know, modernized levers, some thick, some thin, different colors. Stainless steel and black are really popular right now. And then also the gold, brushed gold finish is really popular. And then just to reiterate, you know, you've got for your hall and closet, which is your least expensive option in green, and then bed and bath. That has a little straight key. This is your middle of the road, and then your keyed entry. And these are all color coded, you know. See what doors you have, figure out what you need, and then you're going to pick the style that you like, and then you're going to install them. Now, in doorknobs, this is kind of the new style in doorknobs, which we didn't get to talk about. This is a flat front, more modernized doorknob with a square back plate, and that really makes it a little more modern. And then, you know, we have it also in the brushed nickel, and this is kind of a side view of it. When you grab it, it still gives you a nice feel of a knob, but it's just a little more modern in the front. So these are just a couple, you know, samples of the styles that you can get. Now with Kwikset, there's a feature called Smart Key, and Smart Key is great for if you lose a key, if you have rentals that you need to change the keys, if you have somebody that you gave a key that you don't want them to have access anymore. This is a system that you can change the key yourself. You can rekey it at your house. Otherwise, you have to take the knob out, bring it into Home Depot, and we could rekey it for you. But with the Smart Key feature, you can do it yourself. Now, to switch out a knob, it's pretty easy. There's 3 parts to a knob. You can see here, we've got the front part, we've got the channel, and just push this in. and you have the back part of the knob. So one part is the keyed part or the back part, and then you have where you lock it and unlock it if that is a locked one. So if you have that, what you're going to do is for your old knob, there's 2 screws on the side. Now, you can use a drill, but the drill needs to have a long shaft on it. Otherwise, I just like to use a small screwdriver, and to do that, this one is great because this end turns, and I just have to turn the inside of the screwdriver, and it pulls out the screws, which makes it really easy to get in, because sometimes the knob or the lever would be in the way. So you're going to pull these screws out, and then once you get the screws out, you have your center area. So I'm just going to put these down.
Whoa, Scott, be careful.
We're going to pull
really
this
trying
out.
to show this.
We're going to pull
You
this
might
out.
break your display.
Now, to get the back out, you have to push in the side. Then you're going to just unscrew the screws. And once you have that done, you have removed your whole old piece. So see how easy that was? It's like 4 screws, basically.
Well, it's easier for you.
Well, you can see, Kylie.
It might take me an hour to do that.
Then what you're going to do is you're going to take your new strike and you're going to insert it in, and then we're going to just put those screws back in. Sorry, Scott. Here we go. And once you get these in, you're going to put the front knob and the back knob and put your 2 screws in, and everything is going to be done. So here we go. We're going to take this and this. And now when you're putting in the back, you're going to push this in and put it through the center like so. And then you're going to take the front, and you have to line it up. Now if you want to take a close look, there's like a moon side and a straight side. And you just line it up with the center of this. So you might have to turn it a bit to get it on there. And once you get it on there, you're just going to insert the 2 screws. And you can see, once we have the 2 screws lined up, you put them in and you get it secured, and you're all set with your doorknob. So it's 4 screws, which makes it really simple to put on. And again, one at a time makes it really affordable. You just want to pick a new style that you know won't be discontinued. Or a lot of times, you know, buy 2 at a time, or whatever fits your budget, that's what you should do. Now, if there's certain doors that fit better with a lever or a knob, you can, you know, coordinate them. As long as it's from the same company and the same finish, you can put a knob on one door, maybe upstairs where, you know, you need a knob, and then downstairs all levers, or mix and match them. But again, keep the same finish throughout. The Smart Key feature is great, and again, I'll have all this information on my Home Depot Debbie Facebook and Instagram. You can find me at the Arrowhead Ranch Home Depot, although I'll be on vacation.
Oh,
but
okay. So see her in October. Mid-October, she'll be back. She's going to be a few shades darker.
A few shades darker.
And she's going to be refreshed and relaxed. Debbie,
it.
we appreciate it. I think that this is something that people can do, right, little at a time, or you can do it all at one time.
Absolutely.
And it can make a difference, though. You know, just having all of this done, you know, just a nice kind of modern finish with the handle certainly can add a little bit to the home.
It definitely can, and when you coordinate your doorknobs with your light fixtures and your faucet and your cabinet hardware, it really makes a cohesive look in the house and a more refreshed, modern look, as you mentioned. So doorknobs are great and affordable.
Okay. Holly, we're going to send it over to you live, talking a little bit about what we can expect for going to that cards game later on today. Kickoff 1:25.
Yes, Kylie.